Good morning and welcome. Today's reflection is on something we all seek but often struggle to maintain: clarity. How do we think clearly when life is noisy, overwhelming, and unpredictable? How do we find answers when we're full of questions, confusion, and conflict? These are not just casual questions, they are life-defining ones. Because in every phase of life, whether you are chasing success, recovering from loss, navigating change, or starting anew, you need one thing more than anything else: a clear mind. Life gets complicated, but the mind doesn't have to be. Sometimes life throws us a storm of questions. What should I do next? Why is this happening to me? How do I solve this? What's my purpose? What really matters? You've likely felt this fog before, where the more you think, the messier it gets. Where clarity seems far away and peace of mind feels impossible. That's normal. But here's the good news. The answer is rarely missing. It's just hidden under the noise. You can't find the answer in chaos, only in calm. The mind is like water. When it's turbulent, you can't see the bottom. But when it settles, everything becomes clear. Thinking clearly is not about thinking faster. It's not about being smarter. It's about being still enough to let the truth rise. You don't find answers by rushing. You find them by pausing, by breathing, by tuning in. Ask the right question: what do I truly want? This question is gold. It is not always easy to answer, but asking it opens the door to meaning. What do you really want? Not what others want. Not what the world expects. Not what you think you should want. But what do you deeply, honestly, truly want? The more you ask, the more clarity you gain. The fog lifts. The mist starts to clear. You begin to see a picture, your picture, not a borrowed one. When you know what you want, the path becomes clear. Once you're clear on the destination, your mind can begin building the path. Clarity leads to strategy. Strategy leads to action. Action leads to change. But none of this begins without clarity. It starts with that inner voice, the quiet one that you can only hear when the world goes silent and you finally ask, what matters most to me? Stop the comparison, start the connection. Much of our confusion comes not from within, but from comparison. We look at others and feel inadequate. We see their journey and wonder why ours looks different. But life is not one size fits all. Your path is not meant to be a copy of someone else's. It's meant to be an expression of your soul. As Einstein once said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. In other words, comparison clouds clarity. Instead of comparing outward, connect inward. Build your life like a pyramid. Think of Maslow's pyramid, the hierarchy of needs. At the base, food, shelter, safety. At the top, self-actualization, purpose, fulfillment. Everyone's pyramid is shaped differently. Your priorities are not the same as your neighbors. Your path to joy and purpose is unique. That's why you must define it for yourself. Don't live someone else's dream. Don't chase someone else's version of success. Don't wear someone else's mask. Your time is too limited. Your purpose is too special. Live a life that's authentic to you. Thinking clearly is a practice, not a trait. The mind gets noisy. That's okay. Clarity isn't a constant. It's something you return to, like home. Make time for stillness. Step away from noise, distraction, and endless stimulation. Turn inward. Ask powerful questions. Let your thoughts settle. And over time, thinking clearly will become second nature. Philosophy and reflection are tools for truth. Some people think philosophy is just theory. But the truth is, a strong personal philosophy is like a compass. It helps you navigate storms and stay true to your direction. Life is not a speed game. It's not about rushing to finish. It's about knowing where you're going and why. Even if your pace is slow, if your direction is right, you win. You can follow others, but choose them wisely. Yes, we can be inspired by great people. We can learn. We can grow. But we must choose our inspirations consciously. Follow those who live a life you truly admire, not one you're pressured to imitate. And even then, don't follow blindly. Adapt. Personalize. Make it your own. Final thoughts: simplicity is on the other side of stillness. The right answers often feel simple. Not because life is simple, but because clarity makes it feel that way. Clear thinking removes the fog. It aligns your thoughts, your values, and your actions. It helps you breathe better, live better, and love deeper. So whenever you feel overwhelmed, don't rush to fix everything. Just stop. Breathe. Ask, what do I truly want? And listen. That's where the answers are.